Marques Brownlee is a tech YouTuber who's grown his channel to over 19 million subscribers by consistently putting out better and better tech videos. Also known as MKBHD, his videos are sleek, his voice authentic, and for pretty much his entire career, he's been controversy-free. That is, until he released his app, Panels. Let's talk about it. Hi everybody, foXnoMad here, and today I want to help you travel smarter by reviewing Panels, an app that's just had a terrible launch. There are multiple articles talking about the backlash, dedicated Reddit threads calling it a money grab, the downfall of MKBHD, pointing out privacy leaks, and saying that Marques is out of touch. As someone who's developed multiple successful apps for iOS and Android, linked in the description, I know the development journey that MKBHD has been on and can see how some of the missteps that he's made with this launch could have happened and some ways that he might be able to remedy them. Panels is a wallpaper app. It basically features a number of artists who can post their art to be used as phone, tablet, or desktop backgrounds. And I'll stop you right there because at this point you might be wondering who might want an app that's dedicated completely to wallpapers. But if you're familiar with MKBHD videos, in the comments of most of his videos, there are a lot of people asking where they can find a wallpaper in the background of a specific shot. His videos often feature screens of phones and desktops either as background or the main subject, and Marques usually picks out something eye-catching and polished. If you're not familiar with MKBHD's channel, it's important to know that his design language and the aesthetic of his videos are a core part of each of his tech reviews, and that's why a lot of people watch. When you click the latest MKBHD video, there's a certain expectation with the production value, but also the look that's been cultivated for over more than a decade. So if you like MKBHD and his videos, there's a chance that you might want to replicate that look on something like your phone wallpaper. That's a long way of saying that's where Panels comes in, why expectations were so high, and why people are so disappointed. Let's take Panels at face value, before the expectations. There are two versions of Panels, one that's ad-supported and free, and a subscription option that unlocks a core perk. When you first open Panels, you're asked to choose 5 artists that you like, but there's not a lot of selection. The artist icon is in the middle of the art, and it leaves you a little bit confused. It would be better here to have the options based on style, like minimalist, colorful, and so on. Once you pick, say, 5 preferences, you would then be shown the artists you might like. Tags and descriptions you could read and search by might also be helpful here when you're first getting started. But the way it stands now, you just pick 5 artists based on what you see on the screen and then go to the next step. A tab for new, popular, or trending wallpapers I think would help the flow here as well. Plus a short bio of the artist I think would also help to add some personality to the Panels app, whose marketing is so heavily based on a personality and creator, namely MKBHD. Like I mentioned, there are 2 tiers, so let's start with the free one. The free version gives you access to the HD version of single wallpapers without having to watch an ad, which to MKBHD's credit is a recent change made in response to criticisms about too many ads. And if you want the full res version of a wallpaper, you can watch a 30-second ad and then download. There are some bugs here though. On iOS, for example, if you download the HD or 1080p version, then try to download the full res version after watching an ad, the app just doesn't do it. So you're stuck with the HD version. There's also a bug where if you try to like a specific wallpaper from the main screen, it just doesn't work. And that's really the main feature set of the Panels app. And I think if the Panels app was a free app where it was just ad supported, it wouldn't have faced this much criticism. It's a new app with a simple feature set that's a little bit buggy, which isn't uncommon for new apps, but it's that subscription price and the subscription tier which really pissed people off. At $49.99 a year or $11.99 a month, this is an expensive subscription that doesn't provide much value in return except to a very small percentage of users. To put this in context, it's more expensive than pretty much every streaming service's monthly rate. As an example, Disney Plus is $7.99 a month, or DroneMate, my app that gives you the drone laws for every country in the world with registration forms, links, and contacts that's updated continuously, is $39.99 a year with unlimited updates. A subscription to Panels gives you access to artist collections, which are essentially a pack of wallpapers and the full resolution version of single wallpapers without having to watch an ad. And that's kind of it. You don't get a lot for that steep subscription price, although MKBHD has mentioned that there is a 50-50 revenue split between him and the artists on the app, so that might justify some of those high prices. And to be fair, the wallpaper selection is good, it's unique, and you can find a lot of the wallpapers MKBHD uses in his videos in the Panels app. But I think what could work as a better revenue model is letting people download wallpapers for a set price. So you make the app completely free or ad supported without going overboard on the ads, then let the artist set a rate for the wallpaper or their collections, and then users can download them as a one-time purchase. As a consumer, I'm more willing to pay and feel good about it because I'm helping to support an artist as well as helping to support a creator I like, MKBHD. And wallpapers are probably something that you don't change very often, maybe every few months or once a year. So a few bucks here and there to update your wallpapers is a more realistic cadence for the typical user. And speaking about that support an artist feel good vibe, the latest update of the Panels app is supposed to show you if any art has been AI enhanced, but I didn't find a way to filter or search to find AI enhanced wallpapers or some way to avoid them. And I keep saying MKBHD is a big part of the Panels app. It's why anybody's talking about it. It's why I'm reviewing it. So I would say lean into that. Maybe have a search based on MKBHD videos. So you could go to like the iPhone 15 video and see the wallpaper he used there. So you can search by that in the Panels app and be able to find the wallpaper you saw on, I don't know, the iPad Air 2 review, for example. You should also be able to search by resolution, form factor like Pixel 8, iPad Air, or desktop, so you can see all of the options available. To his credit, MKBHD has addressed many of the concerns in their latest iOS update to the Panels app, and I suspect we'll be seeing a broader shift in their monetization strategy going forward. Personally, what I learned in my first major launch of YFox is that it's hard to anticipate bugs and people's reaction, both good and bad, when you release something to the masses. I would suggest to MKBHD's team that they expand the beta testing to maybe channel users, right? So that you have like 1,000 users who are maybe channel members or sign up through a forum or through a newsletter or something. And that way you get this bigger pool of people to test on before you release something like Panels out into the wild. There are drawbacks of this, of course, like leaks of what's coming up in new features and the look and all of those things. So it's harder to keep a surprise update or something that you're adding to the app a secret when you're beta testing many more users. But I think at this point, with such a bad launch already going forward, I think that you now just engage your community to make a better app. I'm not saying I know everything about developing apps, but having 5 of the top travel apps on iOS and Android, I can say that the features people gravitate toward are unpredictable, bugs are inevitable, and that your price has to be proportional to value. To me, there simply aren't enough features here to justify the subscription price, especially when a lot of these wallpapers are already available free online, even shared directly by MKBHD himself in the past. I think MKBHD's audience is willing to help support the artist and him as a creator, so maybe make something like a leaderboard in the app so you can see how much of your money goes toward a specific artist and how much you've helped, some way to sort of create a community feel within the app itself. It's something MKBHD has done with his YouTube channel and other business ventures, so I'm sure that there is a way forward for Panels to do it as well. I have a feeling that the Panels app was rushed to coincide with his iPhone 16 review, where he announced the Panels app, and also with the general shopping and tech season coming up. It feels incomplete and underwhelming. And as Marquez has said many times, don't buy a product based on the promise of future updates, and for now, I don't think many of you will download the Panels app and think that the subscription price is worth it. The future will tell if that changes, but until then, the Panels app needs some major work. That's my review of the Panels app. I hope this video has been helpful for you if you've been trying to figure out what the controversy is, what this app is all about. But if you have any questions or comments about this fiasco, feel free to let me know down in the comments below. And while you're down there, hit the like and subscribe buttons. I'll have new videos for you every week, and I'll see you in the next video.